It's predictions time once again here at SCW Impact Wrestling Final Resolution 2023, taking place this Saturday, December the 9th, and really is a final resolution. This is the final Impact Wrestling pay-per-view before TNA Wrestling returns in 2024, with the first show being Hard to Kill. There are 8 matches in total, and let's talk about the match I'm most excited for. The tag team main event of the Motor City Machine Guns going against Josh Alexander and Zack Sabre Jr. That's right, Zack Sabre Jr. from New Japan Pro Wrestling will be gracing the Impact ring for the first time here. Really looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table. Obviously, you've seen his work in New Japan previously, one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. But 2 single stars in Alexander and Sabre makes me have some question marks of how they would beat a team that has over 20 years experience of working together. Let's not forget as well, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, both champions in the Impact right now, are former TNA stars pushing TNA into 2024 and the future. It makes most sense for them to be looking strong going in towards Hard to Kill. Alex Shelley will go on to face Moose, of course, with the World Championship on the line. Alexander lost against Shelley at Bound for Glory, so it doesn't make sense for me here for Alexander to pick up the win in this match. There could be an argument though that Sabre could pin Chris Sabin, and that way we build up an X Division Championship match between Sabin and Sabre Jr., which I would be all for Hard to Kill with that match. Alternatively, we could have just simply a team that doesn't get along. They have no experience of working together. To my knowledge, Josh Alexander and Sabre Jr. would be an awesome match also for Hard to Kill. Either way, I'm going for the Motor City Machine Guns to pick up the victory. Moving on, let's talk about Trinity and Jordynne Grace in a tag team match versus Deonna Purrazzo and Gisele Shaw. Can they coexist? Jordynne Grace called her shot for a Knockouts World title match at Hard to Kill after winning the Call Your Shot gauntlet at Bound for Glory. Now we're seeing if, well, Grace and Trinity can be teammates going into the show. Former rivals Purrazzo and Shaw, of course, will be teaming up here as well, perhaps maybe trying to get themselves involved in Hard to Kill if they can pick up the win here. I don't see that happening. Can they coexist? On this night they can. Hopefully it can create some drama though between Trinity and Grace going into Hard to Kill. For me, I think Purrazzo eats the pinfall. I think that Trinity and Grace pick up the win. Next we've got Rhino versus Moose. This one is a long-standing rivalry between these two. Of course, Moose did defeat Heath in singles competition. Of course, Moose and Myers then added a bit of insult to injury, attacking Heath further until Rhino would come to make the save. Rhino, of course, did get the gore to Myers, but can he do it to Moose at Final Resolution? In my personal opinion, no is the answer. I think Moose is picking up the win. He is the guy that has the championship opportunity at Hard to Kill, the main event of that show. It makes the most sense for Moose to pick up the win here. Speaking of Brian Myers, he's going to be teaming up with Eddie Edwards to go for the Impact World Tag Team Championships against ABC. Of course, now Moose is going to the World Championship picture. Myers needs a new tag team partner, it seems. We've got a newly formed team here with Eddie Edwards. Feels a bit thrown together for me, I'm not going to lie. But I don't see him winning the titles here. I think ABC will retain. They only just recently won these titles at Bound for Glory, so I don't think they'll be losing them anytime soon. We've got a potential match of the night candidate here with Mike Bailey versus Trey Miguel. Really looking forward to this one. Honestly, I'm going to go straight into it. I think Mike Bailey is going to pick up the win. Trey Miguel has been, of course, part of the Rascals since Zachary Wentz has returned, doing a lot of tag team action. I think it just makes sense for Bailey to pick up the win here as the more regular single star in recent memory, and of course having that amazing match with Will Ospreay, arguably Impact's match of the year. For me, Mike Bailey deserves a bit of a push after that, so I think he should get the victory here and potentially could find himself in contention for an X Division Championship shot in the near future. We've got Tommy Dreamer versus Deonna for the Digital Media Championship. I was really surprised that Tommy Dreamer managed to actually keep the Digital Media Championship when Crazy Steve was on the chase. Felt like a bit of push was on Steve's way, but of course Dreamer is still the champion. Now it is Deonna's turn. I personally think Crazy Steve would be great as a part of the design because the design has really fallen down the pecking order in the last 12 months or so. It's not the same group that we saw previously, and I'm a big fan of Deonna's work. I would like to see the design get some form of push in Impact Wrestling. For that reason, I think it's more want than actually believe, but I'm actually going to go for Deonna here to win the championship. I think Crazy Steve will align himself with the design, and I think that, yeah, that just makes that faction stronger going forward, adds the championship to the ranks, and I think that could be interesting storytelling for Impact Wrestling moving into 2024. We've got Jake Something versus Jason Hotch. Gonna keep it short. Jake Something picking up the victory. Not gonna lie to you, I'm not overly invested in this match whatsoever. A showcase match that'll probably do its part for this show. Of course, Hotch is a tag team wrestler. Impact, give me a reason to care for this when watching it, but Jake Something obviously building some slow momentum, hopefully for a big push for him going into 2024. Last but not least, we've got Sheldon Jean versus Frankie Kazarian. Going for Frankie Kazarian to pick up the win. Personally for me, Kazarian was on a bit of a push in 2023. Seems to have cooled off slightly in recent months, although with TNA Wrestling making its return, Kazarian being a household name with TNA Wrestling, it makes most sense for those names to look strong going into that show and to start building the new stars of TNA Wrestling once that brand begins. So for me here, Kazarian picks up the win on this show. That's my predictions for Final Resolution. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe as well. And check out the video on the side of your screen right now of my predicted match card for TNA's Hard to Kill. Keep an eye out for new Impact content on the way very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you for the next video.